Hi folks, thanks for tuning in and welcome back. I was out in the garage working this morning and I decided to mount another knife onto my Bravo II setup. So what you're looking at here is the Bravo II I showed you last year. This is the one I said I was going to do a better water protection treatment to it, and I did. And I mounted a mini Fox River on here, and this is the mini Fox River sheath with some hardware, and this is the setup that I'm going to take out, and these two are going to be paired together, and that's how they're going to ride. And it's not a bad selection for those folks who are looking for a large chopper, a very large knife to do heavy duty work, but you still want something a little more practical for those smaller tasks. So this is just one option of what you can do with these sheaths. This is a piggyback configuration, of course. And let me just show you the knives first, and then I'll talk a little bit briefly about the mounting hardware. So this is the mini Fox River, and some will argue that this could perhaps be an EDC knife because it's so small, and that knife right there I could still do a deer with, no problem. And this is the Beast, very large knife, and as you can see, there is the size comparison, substantial obviously. But just to touch on this knife here, this is a mini Fox River, and it is 6.6 inches overall, and that translates to 16.7 centimeters. It has a 2.9 inch blade, or 7.3 centimeters. There you go. And the thickness on this is 0.150, and that translates over to about 3.8 millimeters. Pretty decent grip, small knife, but a robust knife. And it weighs 3.8 ounces or 108 grams. CPM S35VN on the steel. They also come in stainless S35VN. And this is the Bravo I showed you last year. And once again, a big heavy duty chopper with a smaller, more useful utility knife is the setup that I chose for myself. Now, before I show you the sheath, let me just show the mini next to the full-size Fox River. This is the full-size one in LMAX, and the mini. I like this knife here better for breaking down medium game, white-tailed deer, and even larger animals. It'll do. It's very comfortable, but this one will still do the job, and it'll do those smaller tasks very well. So just a little comparison for you, for those that perhaps are wondering on the size difference. But let's talk about the sheath briefly, and then I'm going to close out. I'll talk a little bit about the hardware I used. But I used a round head screw with a locking nut, and I did the same thing on the other side, and it's on there secure. That's not coming off. And as you can see, I didn't use the washer because I wanted to get a secure hold, but I didn't want any of the screw to stick out and catch on my pants or anything else. So it's smooth here, it's not sticking out, and it's smooth here as well. And there you go. There's a better shot of it right there. And that's all you need. And it rides in there, no problem. Good retention. It's not going to come out of there. And as far as hardware, that's it right there. 2 nuts, 2 screws. You're looking at a 6/32 stainless steel nut, and it has the nylon insert that locks it down very well. And this is a 6/32 1-inch stainless screw with a nice round head on it. These are the washers in case they are needed. This is what they look like. They're very small nylon washers if you wanted more separation. Hillman makes these. Or you could just buy the setup. Now they don't make this one anymore. This is the better Piggyback kit that Bark River used to put out. And it came with the nylon washers, 1-inch screw, and the locking nuts, but this one's no longer available. This is the new one they come out with, and I don't think it's as good. It has these big spacers. These screws are too long, they stick out of the back, and that's going to turn off some folks. Catch on your pants, you're going to have that sharp edge all the time in the back there, and I don't really like that. I think the older setup, or you could go a la carte and just purchase your own here. I'll do a little write-up. I'll make sure I post this online in the description section. I know some of you have expressed some interest in perhaps mounting some knives onto a Bark River and going with a Piggyback setup similar to this. And let me just see if I can bring in a little bit closer, and then I'm going to close out. Now I'm also going to share a couple other sheaths that I did, and I have some new knives that I have to share with y'all. And once again, you're looking at a Bark River Bravo II there in stainless, and this one here is paired with a mini Fox River in CPM 3V. So thanks for tuning in, and see you all next time.